to move in!
Too easy.
What's this?
Well, that's one group down, and another to go. I'm gonna save so I don't have to fight that group again. Here we go. Well, I'm out. You're out. You're out. And you're out.
Speak.
Danny, I do. Oh, wait. There we go. Well, we have one healing kit left.
They're all so eager to die, aren't they?
Uh-oh.
Delightfully
I am your death. Now this is
Go get him, Danny! You're doing great, Danny! You've almost... Oh no, Danny.
Let us end this! I see. Too easy.
dear me. It seemed
That's
I
all.
found out during the fight, didn't I?
But now, we're in much bigger trouble. But we're doing good. If only we can stop dying.
Of course.
Well, at least we're gonna get paid for this. And according to this, there's one more group now on the other side of this hill. Well, well, it's not good at all. Alright, Danny is done with that one. Danny, help me. You help Stin. I'm not gonna last much longer.
Yeah.
Let us end this!
Well, of course.
As you desire. Now that could have gone so much better.
I agree. Could have gone so much better. Never mind, you can have it. Oh, look at you, you're actually shaping up a little better. Right. Equipped heavy or massive armor. While these grades of armor offer excellent protection, be aware that they reduce the character's attack speed with bows and crossbow. Although the Master Archer talent eliminates this penalty for the heavy class of armor. Okay. But is there another group of them outside of town? Okay, well, I'm better. I can't say the same for everyone else, except for her. She has not really been. Oh, we're done.
The path of righteousness is full of hardship, but the Maker smiles upon its travelers.
Well,
And so I shall.
when bears attack on behalf of the farmer and his departed son, I inscribe this missive as a maker is my witness. I charge all those with knowledge of arms and armor to brave the dangers of the northern wood to find the family of bears that mauled and killed the boy in it. For they are abomination in the maker's sight, and their hides would prove great comfort to the northern farms and solace for Thed's family. As chantry for Lotherington, I do pledge a sum of 1 sovereign to whom carries out this maker's will. Exercise caution first and foremost. May his light bathe us. Thanks to all villagers who've opened their barns and crossed to refugees in the dark times. The chantry regularly hears praise from our visitors, and your virtuous deeds are mentioned in many prayers. Sadly, there is a lone boy in the village whose mother, good wife Sarah, is missing, as she has been missing for the better part of a week. As of this writing, she is presumed dead. May the Maker bless her passing. She was a lady of middle years with red hair and fond of a green cloak. If any traveler or residents come across her in the wilds, please return her body or the effects on her remains. In later years, the boy will be thankful to have such keepsake to remember his brave mother by. The office of the Chantry will compensate this kindness with a sum of 50 silvers made to Maker turn his gaze on us all. Right then. Where are we going? North. We are heading north. Have I been taunted? Is that what's going on? Okay. Danny, you take a rest.
Yes.
Alistair, come along. There. Oh no. Wolves. Oh no! Lots of wolves! Oh my god!
Okay. Right. Next.
Oh.
Why are we stopping?
Never mind, let's keep
As you
moving.
wish.
Sorry, I thought that was... And is that it? I believe it is. Oh my! That's what happened to her. She got attacked by a pack of wolves. Well, that is awful. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, that's not a boy. That is a girl.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day.
Yes. Thank you.
Of course.
When bears attack, we're all going to die. When did we start taking on quests like common adventurers? Oh well. Why do I bother even complaining about it? I mean, anything to level up, you know. And nobody's level up yet. Is anyone hurt?
'Tis you.
You're hurt. You're not. Yeah. It did a little good, I think. We are going to die. We are going to die! There are 3 fucking bears! Shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That one's mine. That one's yours. That one's yours. Go after that one since it's the closest. Okay, game plan, go!
Finish.
This was actually not as bad as I thought. Okay. That actually went rather well. Well. Was that it? Just 3 bears? Yeah. Well. That was rather easy. I was expecting it to be hard. Huh.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for
for
thou hast done his
his
work
this
this day.
day.
And the stars stood still,
Ah.
the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Thank you. And no quest. Alright. Do I believe it was from this way.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods?
Farewell. Fuck. And it's requested that you use your skill with herbs to craft some lesser health polyjuices for the injured refugees of London. 3 of these should suffice. Refer to her notes for specifics. Codex. Notes. No. No. Quest related. Enjoy. Those are rifle legends, man. Ahem. I do not know where this shit. Oh dear. Okay. We go out into the wilds. I have no idea. What I'm doing. I'm possibly making 3 bottles of lesser healing potions, I guess.
All right.
Death root. I don't think there's something we need.
As you desire.
Holy shit! That's a lot of spiders. That's let's see. 1, 4, 5. That's 6. Kicking ass.
Of course. And so I shall.
Alright. I guess if this is a little bit of nothing. Right. I see. Crafting and food. How do I mix? How do I? Where's this? I don't know how you craft. Pouch containing ash. Elf root. Okay, so that's what we've been doing. We've been gathering elf roots. We have 6. We have 6 elf roots. We're about to have 7. 8. Surely this should be enough. I just don't know how you craft. Potions. How do you craft potions? The maker. Character control. I do not know how do you make potions. I do not know how to do this. How doth one make potions?
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods?
Yes. Yes. I just don't know how to craft. Inventory. Crafting. Shooting elf fruit restores them all night. Those with skill can use elf fruit to make more potent elixirs. Can she make it? How do you craft? How do you craft?
A few minutes later.
Right. I don't think I have the recipe. And I have no way of making or getting said recipe because I chased off the only fucking merchant!
Yes,
Let's go.
as you wish.
I did not mean to talk to you.
Lothering doesn't have any more beds for refugees, but they keep coming.
Hey.
Got a brother that fell at Ostagar. Hope we're not next.
Okay, well, I don't know what else to do. Rest and resupply you. After arriving in Lawrenton, and may rest and resupply you. Pass the village slides the Imperial Highway. The road that runs through all the furniture. The highway will take you to the various places you need to go. Right place, the various doors, the circle, the bound okay, dude. Okay. Following. It looks as though we're gonna be passing through.
Someone help us!
Oh. Fuck! Oh, look at the tiny one! Help me with the little one. People, you are safe!
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
You're welcome.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous.
Hello.
Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
Why don't you want to travel with the Grey Warden?
Grey Wardens? My, that does rather explain a lot. No offense, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
How unfortunate. Would it be considered stealing? Would it? Would it? I don't know. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm afraid it's considered stealing. Not unless I take it off the dead bodies. It's demonic poison. What about that one? Nope. Okay, it's whoop, wrong one. It said it went to the Codex. I won't go back, let them hunt and dread finding me, but you, Melis, should not live this life. It would please me if you found a life in the Circle Tower. I left a few things there, mostly stolen from the enchanters. Sell them to fund a new path. The cash is in the study area, middle a clove. Goodbye. Alright. Worth? Sure. Well, alrighty then. What is it, Danny?
Bad dreams, huh?
It seems so real.
Well, it is real. Sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
The Archdemon? Is that dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Any other surprises I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Party camp. All of your party's injuries are healed when you return to camp. Each party member can be found somewhere in the camp, making it an ideal location to hand out new equipment, give gifts, or talk. Huh.
What do you need?
Do you want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
I just thought you might need to talk.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the Blight and everything. I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
What about the other grave? He had you.
I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with him, in the battle. I feel like I abandoned him.
No, I understand completely.
Of course. I'd be dead then, wouldn't I? It's not like that would make him happier. I think he came from High Ever, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just...
My entire family was murdered just recently.
Oh, of course. How stupid of me to forget. Here I am going on and on about Duncan, and you... I am so sorry. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Anytime, Alistair. Danny! What?
Oh, what, you little...
Are you harassing my dog?
Me? Harassing your dog? I should say it's the other way round. Your furry friend here took offence at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
There's hardly any blood drawn. It was just a warning. He could have taken a hand. Good boy. Teach us else. Well, he is a war dog.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
There you go, Danny. Hush up now.
Yes.
I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak then.
That's enough for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Why did you come to Ferelden?
To answer a question.
What was the question?
The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here.
What's an Arishok?
The one who commands the Antam, the body of the Kunari.
So, he's your king?
Kunari have no kings.
What do you have then?
Little patience for endless questions.
Did you find the answer to his question?
A portion of it.
What was the answer?
Were you not at Ostagar when the army was overwhelmed? That is your answer.
Why would the Kunari care about the Blight?
Why do you?
Ferelden is my home.
So if this Blight were in Orlais, it could consume the land with impunity. Don't strain yourself pondering that. I do not know why the Arishok sent us. He commands and I go.
Don't you have to report back to him then?
Yes.
When are you going to do that?
Never. I cannot go home.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
Let's go.
As you wish.
Wow, very improved. Okay. There's one more party member missing. Where? Ah, there she is. Over by the fire. By herself. Alright, Anthony. Let's not sully this up. Hello!
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How did you become a... Did you grow up in the Gory Wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
You can probe me any time.
Beg pardon then while I jump for joy. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
And you remained unnoticed?
For the most part. Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be... overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring. That sounds like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
Touching? Like a handshake?
To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? I find it an offensive intrusion. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes, how to eat at a table, how to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Yet here you are.
Yes, here I am. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Haha, bonus points.
Yes? If you must.
How did you become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Your mother has been doing this for a long time then?
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
I just never heard of magic like that before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the Chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
That's good. Such traditions need to be preserved.
I am surprised you think so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear.
Can you change into other human forms as well?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
Do you spend a lot of time as an
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
And what other animals do you think of when you're changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask. Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
I think your abilities sound quite useful.
Oh, you're simply full of surprises, little man, aren't you? But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us. Yes?
So, life in the wilds must have been very lonely.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
And did they speak back?
Don't be foolish. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
What happened then?
Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
I have a hard time picturing you heartbroken.
That is because I learned my lesson well. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
They made you stronger, didn't they?
They did indeed. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Okay.
Yes?
I'd like to discuss something personal.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Never mind. We are far too early for this! Far too early!
It's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Feddy, at your service, once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Ward? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Oh, thank the Maker. What are you selling exactly?
Anything, everything, but all of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. And my boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments. Oh, yes. Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits and the like. If there were spare hands to hire as guards, I would have done so long ago.
Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Now, where's... wolf pelts. go. Okay. I cannot buy any of this stuff. Says I can buy this stuff. I'll take 2. Grey Worn Hand Puppet. Huh. It's a bunch of gifts. Thank you. That's a lot of stuff. Lots of stuff. Okay.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
Farewell. Not interested right now. And who are you?
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy. Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
I'm Anthony. I've never heard of you.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
What promise did Duncan make you?
Well, as you know, my family's name is mud around noble circles. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arland banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
That's a bit drastic, isn't it?
And then some. Not much is known about that time. After King Arland died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
I'm surprised you kept your name.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the blight. We're not ashamed of that.
So what favor did you ask of Duncan?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honor.
I've never heard of Soldier's Peak.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Ireland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honor.
How would reclaiming the peak help the war?
Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost Warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now.
Your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Well, it's very interesting. All right. Let's say, there we go. All right. Well, this is where I'm going to stop this video. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry it took so long to get to this point, but we're making progress slowly but surely. Hopefully things will pick up later on. But remember to like and subscribe, drop a comment down below, let me know what you guys thought about this video, and be sure to hit that notification bell, that way you'll know when my next video is uploaded. Thank you all so much. I've been Game Trooper 1138. We'll see you next time. Bye bye!